The Man in a Case by Anton Chekhov. It was evening. The schoolteacher Birkin and his friend, the veterinary surgeon Ivan Ivanovitch, were walking across the fields after a day of hunting. As they made their way toward the village, Birkin began telling Ivan Ivanovitch about a peculiar colleague of his named Belikov, a teacher of Greek at the local school. Belikov was notorious for his peculiar habits and extreme adherence to rules and propriety. He always wore a thick overcoat, galoshes, and carried an umbrella regardless of the weather. His belongings were kept in cases symbolizing his need to shield himself from the unpredictability of life. Even his demeanor was like a man wrapped in a case, reserved, fearful, and obsessed with maintaining order. He was deeply afraid of any change or deviation from the norm. Belikov believed in strict discipline and had a reputation for enforcing rules, often reporting his colleagues for minor infractions. Despite his reclusive and rigid nature, he unexpectedly decided to court Varenka, the sister of a new history teacher, Mikhail Kovalenko. Varenka was the opposite of Belikov, cheerful, lively, and carefree. Belikov's courtship was awkward and strained. He never expressed his feelings openly, instead relying on formal visits and maintaining his usual reserved demeanor. His fear of scandal and social disapproval grew when he saw a caricature of himself and Varenka posted by students, mocking his attempts at romance. Determined to confront the situation, Belikov visited Mikhail Kovalenko. During their conversation, Belikov expressed his disapproval of Mikhail's casual behavior and criticized Varenka's openness. Mikhail, frustrated by Belikov's interference, physically pushed him down the stairs. Humiliated, Belikov left without saying a word. The incident deeply affected Belikov. He became even more withdrawn, fell ill, and shortly afterward died. His funeral was simple, and for a brief moment his colleagues and acquaintances felt a sense of relief, as though a stifling presence had been lifted. However, this feeling was short-lived. Life returned to its usual routine, and the oppressive atmosphere that Belikov embodied lingered, as if his spirit continued to influence the town. Birkin concluded the story with a sigh, reflecting on how people like Belikov create an environment of fear and conformity, limiting not just their own lives, but those around them. Ivan Ivanovitch nodded thoughtfully, and they continued their walk in silence, contemplating the story's implications.